We've had a lot of amazing Pokemon regions in the past, but Alola might just have the potential to surpass all of them. I've been noticing quite a few things about Alola recently that make me think the region itself is going to be a huge focus of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Game Freak definitely seems to have put a lot of effort into crafting this region. Don't take this as me saying that Alola is for sure gonna surpass regions of the past or anything like that, since we won't really know for certain until Pokemon Sun and Moon come out, but the potential for such a thing is definitely there. So today I'm here to tell you all 3 reasons why Alola will be amazing. Number 1, the perfect mix of old and new Pokemon. As some of you may have noticed in the trailers and gameplay, Alola seems to have a good amount of Pokemon from past generations. For example, in one trailer we saw a Meowth in your own house, and at E3 we saw the protagonist encounter a wild Leddyba. Zygarde is also going to be making an appearance in these games, meaning we already have Pokemon from 3 different regions appearing in Sun and Moon. In light of all this, my expectation for the Alola region is that it's going to introduce a good deal of new Pokemon while still maintaining a pretty solid focus on all Pokemon from generations of the past. With this year being Pokemon's 20th anniversary, I believe the Pokemon Company wants to celebrate by not only introducing a ton of new Pokemon, but also by honoring some of our favorite Pokemon from the past. The Alola region will be a tale of many new and creative Pokemon, while simultaneously allowing us to use the coolest older generation Pokemon in a completely new setting. Number 2, the sights and scenery. If you've watched any gameplay from Sun and Moon, you know this game looks amazing for a Pokemon game. To me, there's pretty much 2 reasons why Alola is going to be a breathtaking region. The first reason is that Alola is inherently an exotic setting, with it being based on a tropical environment in Hawaii. The region is home to many beautiful beaches, crazy volcanoes, and there was even revealed to be a snow-capped mountain in the region. So the point is that inherently, Alola is an incredible place. But more than that, and this is my second point here, Game Freak seems bent on taking advantage of this scenery. In other words, Game Freak has gone and improved the raw graphics and the visuals in this game to complement the Alola region's breathtaking sights. Alola might just be the most beautiful region we've seen yet, which is no minor feat to achieve. Number 3, the variety. Besides just generally being breathtaking, Alola might have the most variety in its landscape that we've ever seen. Taking a look at a map of Alola here, if we look at the leftmost island, there's a small beach on the island, as well as what appears to be a massive geyser on the shore. But the crazy thing is, right next to the geyser is an orange terrace-like area, and it's hard to say for sure, but I think this might be a desert, or at the very least a desert-like area of some sort. Whatever it actually turns out to be, the area looks really unique and would definitely be really fun to explore, but more than that, on this one island you can walk from a beach to a desert area and then to a geyser. If we turn our attention to the rightmost island, the landscape is totally different. In the center of the island is a large snow-capped mountain, while on the sides of the island we see a rugged rocky landscape as well as another beach. There's also a small town and what seems to be a tower near the top of the island, as well as another human settlement at the tip of the island. So encompassed in just these 2 islands, we have a geyser, 2 beaches, a desert area, lots of greenery, a snowy mountain, and human civilization. This speaks not only to the variety in environment between the islands, but also among the islands themselves. And as if that wasn't enough, there's clearly some volcanic activity on the second island from the right, as well as a crazy waterfall-like structure on the island's left side. On the second island from the left, we see a dormant volcano, a large town, and some roads, which only further speaks to how diverse the Alola region is going to be. Finally, there's likely to be a lot of sea and possibly even undersea exploration, just given how much water is in between the islands, and even if we probably aren't going to have access to all of that water, I sense that water is going to be a big part of the Alola region. So if there's anything to take away from all this, it's that on top of being an inherently exotic region, Alola is also going to give us a ton of variation in the landscape, not only between islands, but also within the islands themselves. There really aren't too many regions of the past where we could transition so quickly and so drastically from biome to biome, and it's not just a few edge cases. Alola is the type of region where wherever you are, you can walk just a few steps and enter a completely new world. It's exceedingly clear at this point that Game Freak has put a lot of time into crafting this region, so I expect it to be one of the very best we've seen so far. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.